All I have to say when the hits the fan, clean up the, and turn the fan off. This is quite a day, ladies and gentlemen. These reversals are ruthless. These rallies are ruthless, the sell-offs are ruthless, reversals are even more ruthless. The Fed minutes tend to be a shocking headline that shake out everybody's tree. Today was no different. This is NYSE Einstein from the Florida New York Stock Exchange. Hit me in the head with a 2x4. I don't even know what to tell you. We were green, green, green. We ended up red, red, red. Volume 900 million shares. I got decimated today. That's all I have to say. We started out the day in green mode, okay? It was basically a bounce back reversal from yesterday's sell-off. There was a reversal back in Walmart. There was some positive economic numbers came out. Everything was fine and good. People were hopeful that we'd get a little bit of clarity out of the Fed, and what in fact did happen. Let's go back. Run back the videotape to the other day. 2 Fridays ago, when the original rollover and turnoff of the sell side into this marketplace. It was low unemployment numbers, evidence that wages had rallied, fear of inflation, spiking yields, and fear that the Fed would change their timeline inside Verstov on raising interest rates. That was the perfect storm, plus a Friday, plus some memo stuff coming out of Washington. That was the perfect storm, the catalyst being the wage increase, inflation, fear of Fed changing their timetable, that spurred the initial sell-off that proceeded to be a week and a half of selling of 2,600 points. All that being said, what did happen today? The exact opposite of that, and then another tripto, fango, molto, bango, forget about it, out of the gate. The Fed minutes came out, and the first thing that they said was that the fear of that the actual rising of wages was not as big as people thought. So if you put 2 and 2 together and you look at that formula, what does that do? That reverses that sell-off trade, because then therefore it's not inflationary. The Fed may be changing their posture on the timetable of raising rates, and the market skyrocketed from up about 40 on the Dow to up 250. If you look at the S&P, the thing was sizable. It rallied about 150 points. Then the Fed shatters and talks and does things about how many raises we're going to have during the next year, and they start chattering and whatnot. What happened was that the bond guys did not buy into this story. Bonds sold off, I believe. So this is a little more complicated than I know how to deal with. It's economics, which I'm not really great at. But my understanding is they did not buy into that. So they didn't buy the bonds. The yield spiked, which made the idea that maybe they're not buying into this story, that it is in fact inflationary, that the wages were better than they thought, and the whole trade rolled over, and they sold them, and they sold them with abandon. Once they started selling it, and whatever rally we had in the market, Fed minute days tend to be radical. You've got guys on both sides, people with real opinions about shit, about stuff, right? So they buy them when they want them, and then the buyers go, oh my God, what is going on? And then the sellers say, I'm done, I'm selling it. And that's what we saw today. So the lack of inflationary fears made them rally them. Then the bond guys reacted not with the way that would confirm this story. They sold them, and they sold them with abandon. They sold them with abandon. We sold off radically over the next probably hour. From 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, we just careened off a hill. We sold them down. That 250-point rally got evaporated in 2 fell swoops. We ended up closing down 167 points. Transports eked out a mere gain. The Russell eked out a mere gain. The spiders were down 15. Crude lost a half a point. Gold sold off $5. But basically, the market sold off big time. I don't think the market indices reflect how hard this sell side was, but it was a reversal. Reversals are painful. They inflict pain on people along the market, and they whacked them, and they sold them, and they hit them. And I got decimated. And I'm not happy, and I'm tired. It's 5:08 in the evening here in New York City. We're in the red. Tomorrow we'll see how it shakes out. Are they going to further sell side out? Whose point of view will prevail? NYSE Einstein from the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. Inside Verstov. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow.